Episode 1203 of the Multifamily Collective. Tonight I want to talk about the Andon Cord, or Andon. It comes from a Japanese word that means light or lantern. And as a way of illuminating something. So modern day uses are things like in a retail shop where if you're in line and there's 4 or 5 cash wraps, you're in a line, the light that comes up that might be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, that light is a concept, an Andon concept, modern day version of it, meaning, hey, this person's ready to receive you at the cash wrap so they can check you out, right? The Japanese lean manufacturing version of this is a cord. They add the word cord at the end of Andon Cord. On the manufacturing floor of, let's say, Toyota, they're making cars, and you're on the assembly line, and you're putting something in the car, and all of a sudden you see an imperfection in the process, the system, the discipline, the routine. You see something that is out of normal cadence, or a defect, or an imperfection. There are cords all along the assembly line where anybody at any rank in the organization can walk over to the cord and they can pull it, and it stops the entire line of manufacturing. And then everybody goes to work on whatever the problem is, because every second that manufacturing line is shut down, it costs, let's say, millions of dollars. I'm making up the number for effect. I don't know exactly how much it costs, but I imagine it's a very big number for every second that manufacturing line is stopped. But anybody has the ability to do it for the purpose of correcting a mistake real time and quickly, because you get all the resource to go in and tackle something. So the bigger punchline here is I believe that there is a version of this in the multifamily space where if you're working cross-departmentally, let's say in a corporate setting, cross-departmentally, and you have very good, tight relationships, anybody in the organization can walk over and stop whatever's going on in the business at any given time. And they can request that all the resources be brought in to tackle a specific issue. The most recent version of this, maybe the biggest, most recent example of pulling an Andon cord happened naturally for all of us when COVID happened, right? Everybody stopped what they were doing. There was, let's say there was a 24-hour pause, a 48-hour pause, 72-hour pause. There was some window of time where we all stopped doing what we were doing to reset ourselves and put different disciplines and routines in place to keep the business moving forward. That's a version that happened naturally, but there are a lot of opportunities during the course of a day to actually pull the cord of what is happening in your business. And anybody can do it, from the guy who plants the flowers or the gal who plants the flowers to CEO of the company. Stop what we're doing. Let's go and tackle an issue so that we can get this thing moving in a better direction, or get it turned around if something is really out of whack. So, Andon Cord concept. It's definitely something worth looking up. I'll put a link in the show notes here so you can go and read a little bit about it, a little more about it. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.